Okay, good morning. Welcome to
number 837.
Family Math 837. Yeah, I've forgotten what number we're on, but let's call it 837.
Okay.
So this is a problem I've seen before, and actually this is a problem we may have even done before. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, I'd like to do it before because I saw it from our friend Michael Persian, and it's from the Julia Robinson Math Festival, and it says each number from 1 through 16 seeks a partner for a square dance. Because it's a square dance, of course, each number, when added to its partner, must equal a perfect square.
Yep.
Is this possible? If not, why not? And if so, is there more than one way to do it?
Alright. Well, I guess first let's try to do it.
Well, yes.
We're 835, by the way. So we're
Okay. So, I'll write the numbers out.
Do you have any thoughts while your brother's writing the numbers up?
Well, then maybe we can like match them up. I was kind of maybe thinking in sort of a circle where you could draw lines across the circle, but I guess this is
That makes it a bit
works too.
confusing though.
This works. So, my first thought is that 16 has to pair with 9 because 16 is already a square, and then that's the only square it can reach.
I'll write the pairs down here.
Here, use this marker.
Alright. Because that makes sense.
16 and 9.
Shall we erase the numbers
Sure.
after we use them?
Let's see.
And then, well, there's a bunch. There's options like 15 could go with 1 to make 16, or 15 could go with 10 to make 25. Well, let's put 15 with 1 for now.
Okay.
Okay. 15 and 1. And then maybe what we can do with this is we can get a few more. We can go 14 and 2, 13 and 3. So then we could do 12 and 4 and 11 and 5. But then I think we've got a problem if we do this. Because then when we do that, we're going to be left with 7 and 8, which don't make a square.
Okay.
So, for each of these, is it possible that we can make something happen here? Well, I'm going to put back 2 and 3 and 13 and 14.
Well, let's see. We do so. Can 2 pair with? So 2 can pair with 14. Can't pair with itself.
2 can pair with 7.
2 can also pair with 7. So we have that as an option.
I'm noticing right now that we're going to have a problem with 8. Because right now 8 can't pair with anything.
So
Because the 8 needs to pair with 1 to make 9. 8 can't pair with itself to make 16. Or 8 would have to pair with 15.
to make
No.
well
8 would have to pair with something we don't have. It would be 17.
Okay.
so that means
we can't use the 15 and 1.
so 8 has to pair with 1.
Alright, so there was a secret forcing number in here.
So 8 and 1.
So that means 15 is forced to go with 10 for 25. Got a couple more there. Let's see what else can we try to do.
Let's see.
7 can't go with 7 has to go with 2 to make 9. Because
Yeah.
it can't make 16.
Because it'd have to go with 9 to make 16, but we're already using 9.
Okay, so far all of these have been forced.
So, let's see. So,
Well, 14, since we don't have any small numbers left, 14 is going to have to pair something that makes 25, so 14 and 11 have to be paired together.
14 and 11. So that means
Well,
Well-
so here we can,
we can do it. But
yeah, because we could do,
3 and 6, 5 and 4, and then 13 and 12. But is there another way to pair these numbers?
so 13 can also go with 3,
To make 16.
but if that happens, then 4 and 5 still have to go with, well, actually not, because 4 could go with 12, but then 5 and 6 don't make a square. And if 4 goes with 5, 6 and 12 don't make a square. So we have to do it this way.
Alright, so is there anything forced out of here? Erase these. Is there anything forced here?
Well, so we have
So I think 4 and 5, no,
13 and 12 is not forced.
I think the
We could
6,
also do
6 and
13.
3 is forced.
Well, yes. 6 and 3 is forced because 6 has to go. 6, there's no 10 to make 16.
And then the next force is gonna, well, there's 2 forces actually. 4 and 5 is forced to be with 4, and 13 is forced to be with 12.
Okay.
So
So
that
that's-
means we got all the numbers, but we think this is the only way to do it because everything was forced from the start.
Everything was forced from the start.
it looked like we had options, but in reality, everything was actually forced to go one way.
Okay. So tell you what, why don't we, I'll turn off the camera, we'll write these down, and this time you started with 16 and 9.
Yeah.
And let's see if we can do it again, and let's see if we find any other different way. And then this time through, we'll really pay close attention to what's forced and what's not. But it looked like this was all forced. So let's see what we can do, okay?
All right.
Right.